All right, y'all. What's up? It's your man Barry Bonds, and I'm back again with another, as you can see, executive perspective. So, what we leave off last time, um, yeah, the election. So Trump won, and he won by a landslide. It wasn't even close. It was pretty much embarrassing, just to see Kamala just shrivel into her chucks and pearls. And hey, it had to be done. It had to be done. So I do want to give a shout out to everybody that went out to go vote. We made our voices loud and clear that we want safer borders. We want cheaper prices, gas, groceries, rent, utilities. We also want more opportunities brought back to the United States from China and other countries and all these other, slave labor companies that are going over there because they can get it for cheap and for free. And we want to get these tariffs going as well. Now, I understand what you guys probably would say. The tariffs, oh, that might be a touchy subject, but really isn't. You have to understand how tariffs work to be able to understand how this could work in our favor. And I will go over that in another video that I'm going to do probably after this one. But I wanted to pick this one out because Angela Rye. Oh my God, I just love me some Democratic liberal tears. The blue tears, I just love them. Tastes so good. Oh my God, I could just drink a whole. I got a whole all of this right here. All liberal tears. You can't even see it. Hey, liberal tears. There they go. But um blue tears are good around this time, shout out to Ohio State. So hopefully by the time you see this, we would have whooped Michigan, the team up north, into submission. And we'll have a whole heaping bowl of blue tears to be able to feast on for Thanksgiving. But yeah, Angela Rye. Angela Rye bread. Um, very, I guess you would call her um entitled, very entitled. Since she's stepped up on the scene with Charlemagne, maybe like 6 7 years ago, she was the golden child back then, the golden child. And couldn't do any wrong. She pretty much had her way with the TV show, um the Breakfast Club, multiple appearances, being talking head on there, as well as CNN and MSNBC. But after the 2020 election, haven't seen too much from her. I know she had a brief little romance with Common, but you know how Common does. Common, he gets them, slays them, ships them out. You know what I'm saying? He got a long list of victims in his past. So I guess she's just one of them. But no, she had a good little run for a second. And now she's on a podcast with Andrew Gillum, who ran for governor of Florida. Um, yeah, we'll talk about him later. And Jessica Cross, who got crossed out of CNN. Um, so race baiting. You know what I'm saying? Also, victim blame, victim mentality, running the victim Olympics, all of that. But they have a podcast called Native Land Pod. Okay. And it's on iHeartRadio. I'm pretty sure the homie Charlemagne hooked that whole thing up. And yeah, after the trouncing that was given to our vice president, Miss Chucks and Pearls and Greens in the Tub, Harris, they went on just to, kind of lick their wounds, kind of discuss what was going on. I think they had even made mention of not even wanting to do the pod anymore, thinking that it wasn't even a reason to do the pod anymore. Which, I said, no, hold up. You can't do that. I mean, where I'm going to get my bombastic content from so I can go and, just live my opinion to what am I going to use for fodder or content? No, can't quit. No, I need you guys. I need you guys to say more silly stuff, more left, super left leaning, liberal delusionary type things and ideas and whatnot. We need this. We need this. So if you're seeing this, please don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep saying all kind of crazy stuff just so that I can sit right here and jot it down just so I can react to it. All right. You're going to help my numbers. But this is a clip of Angela Rye crashing out, even coming to tears after her uh, reflections on this past election and what she's going to do with her life, I guess. I don't know. But my first time seeing this. So we're going to watch this together and I'm going to add my colorful content or commentary as well. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hold on. Let's see. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. Let's go.
I'm very emotional. I think that I feel the obligation.
If you're a man, these three are the only fragrances you need this year. Agar Gold, inspired by Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Cherry Smash, inspired.
Sorry about that.
Feel frustrated, um, honestly, with myself because I spent so much time over the last couple weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise.
Oh, you despise us. Why do you despise us? We have an opinion just like you. So what? We're not allowed to have an opinion, Angela. Is that what you're saying? We can't have an opinion. We got to keep our opinions to ourselves. Come on now. Be fair. All right. The world can't run just the way you want it. All right. That's why they call it TDS. Solution syndrome. Come on now. Allow us to have an opinion as well. All right. I understand that the people that's out here race baiting the most on MSNBC, CNN, telling you that you can't do it because racism is rearing its ugly head over you, are the ones that are on these stations making millions of dollars a year. How did that happen? Because I know none of these stations are these, TV stations, these platforms are owned by black folks. So how did that happen? You tell me. All right, you know what? Let's continue.
Um, and I'm frustrated about that because you don't get understanding through frustration and hate. Um, and I think that what I feel guilty about is knowing that there's an obligation to a whole other half, of the country and feeling like there has to be a conversation, a come to Jesus, as they say, with so many people because we are really not on the same page.
And I would say that we aren't on the same page. And I say that because there's one half of the country that's thinking realistically and they're thinking with logic and they're seeing what's going on because they're living it and they're affected by it every day. And then you have the other half that's pie in the sky, that's sitting here thinking that there's manna from heaven and there's, chocolate covered raindrops, you know what I'm saying, that are coming down on their faces. So that's the thing right now that we're dealing with. So we got two different perspectives, you know? And I tend to lean more on the realistic side, the side that's out here really thinking with my noodle instead of thinking with everything else. All right, let's continue.
I am at a loss at this point for how to get there. And so I think you guys know I'm fiercely competitive over all kinds of ridiculous things. But what I really don't like to do is I don't mind saying I don't know. I don't mind admitting I don't know. I hate not knowing for an extended period of time and feeling like the overwhelm of I don't know where to turn to find the answer.
Well, you know what, Angela, I'll be honest with you. I think you probably haven't known for quite a long time now, because I've listened to some of your commentary in some past shows and podcasts, and even with the Breakfast Club during the election cycle. And yeah, you've been pretty clueless for a little while now. And for someone that's, supposedly smart as you, I don't doubt that you're probably a brilliant individual. I'm pretty sure you have something up there that's allowed you to be able to get on some of these platforms. But I tell you, you're just not using your brain all the time. You just aren't. And you might need to start thinking with this and stop thinking with this, because this right here is going to get you caught up in all of these other issues. And thinking with this is going to allow you to see your way out of logical situations. Okay. So,
right? Like, I don't even know if at this point people will be honest about their reasons for voting for the other side, or if they'll be honest about who they really voted for, because they probably know us or have seen us and wouldn't feel comfortable telling us the truth. So where do you go?
okay, let's stop it right there. Now, they're only doing that because we faced a lot of backlash back in this election cycle this past year, because every time we would say that we're a Trump supporter or anything like that, we got looked upon as one, idiots; two, Nazis; three, white supremacists; racist people. What else? House Negroes. I can't say the other word. Field Negroes. Also, what else? Coons, Sambos, all on alike. So of course, we had to tuck that in, because we just didn't want to be going back and forth with you guys, because you guys were so delusional and, just disturbed by our presence or existence to have a differing opinion than yours. But, hey, now that we've, pretty much ran you guys out of town, yeah, we're out loud and proud. But yeah, the average conservative person is conservative for a reason, because we just don't feel like dealing with all that rah-rah. We don't feel like dealing with having to go spar up with you guys, you know, hurling insults, or, going back and forth about why our side is the more logical, more thought provoking side that's going to create change. But come on, go ahead.
To solve an I don't know when you're not even confident that people will be honest with you. You know what I mean? And it's like the weight of that. We were in our group chat earlier, and I'm sorry if I'm flailing. I'm trying to make sense.
Yeah, you don't really make sense pretty much 85% of the time. I mean, all of your ideas are pie in the sky. What could have been, what could be, what should be. If I were living in a dollhouse and I was the queen of Wakanda, this is what it should be. Why can't it be like this? Why can't we just have no police on the whole country and let's just govern ourselves? Nah, doesn't happen.
We were in our group chat earlier. And by the way, group chats are now triggering to me, because I feel like, when are we just another echo chamber where we're in our own bubble? Because now we're all getting off Twitter, because now Twitter is going to be the hellscape. And now who are we going to talk to beyond our bubbles? Because we all think at least similar, maybe not the same, but similar. Anyway, I digress. My point is, we were in a group chat earlier, and there's this conversation about if the Rainbow Coalition essentially is a thing. Like, are we going to all be able to come together as people of color and do the damn thing? And
Okay, let's stop it right there. The Rainbow Coalition that you're talking about isn't the one that we're thinking Jesse Jackson created. No, the Rainbow Coalition that you guys are talking about are the LGBTQIA elemental P, as well as those who think like you, the strong Black women and sassy dudes. Those are the ones that you want to, well, I'm sorry, the simpy dudes. Those are the ones that you want to create and be your rainbow coalition. Um, Everybody else is pretty much on the same page. But, with you guys, since you're delusional, pretty much ran away all the logical, forward thinking people to another party, and they ran off that plantation, and you guys just want to be in a pod by yourselves so that you can just be around everybody else that thinks like you, has the same ideas as you, and everything. Well, how do you create any change with that? I don't know. I don't know how you would create any change with that. So, good luck with that, but not gonna work.
and the conversation was like, no, I don't think it's a thing. And I can't lose that hope. Like, if we lose that hope, we don't have a path, y'all. Like we really don't. If we cannot figure out how to be in coalition, in solidarity on multiple challenges, on multiple fronts, for multiple policy issues, we are
Okay, more scare tactics, more gloom and doom. Look, what we need to do right now, and I'm telling you this as a 47-year-old Black man in this country, is that we need to come together as a whole, everybody. Okay, because all of this keeping separate over here, separate over here, separate over there, separate over there is not going to work if we want to be able to be heard and have less government reigning over our asses. Okay, so we need to come together as a whole. Let's stop all of this identity politics. We got to stop it. All right, let's put the best person who's fit for the job in the position and make it work. That's what we need. If I am a mid-level mechanic and there's a master mechanic down the street, but you want to go with me because I'm the same color as you, then I may not be able to fix your car. You're going to be mad at me and you're going to say, well, damn, I should have went to Johnny Ortiz over here, who's Mexican or whatever, who could have fixed my car because he's a master mechanic. Makes more sense. Logical, saves you time and money. But I digress.
Yeah.
We are. Like, there's not a nice way for me to say, Dad, sorry, I had to cuss it. There's no other way for me to explain it. We are if there's no coalition, if there is no coming together for a larger group, there is no path to victory. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
That's real.
Well,
Tiff, where
That's
you
where
at?
I am.
Well, I just want to say this about the coalition building, because as you all know, I've talked about it on this show and in everything I've done, I have believed in the multiracial coalition. I've always said I have the Fred Hampton approach, like bring everybody along and let's, we align, we can win. I want to caution us because exit polling data is not the most reliable. And
Okay, we're going to stop her right there. Her shirt says it all. Expensive and difficult. Says it all. That's it. Period on the end. How do you bring together people? And the only requirement is that they have to think like you. They have to have the same ideas, same to share vision, goals, morals, everything. That's not how you do it. All right, because we're not a monolith. We're not all the same. You have to be open to listening to people with different ideas, visions, morals, everything. Okay? Not saying that you have to bend on yours, but at least be open to listen. That's it. But I don't know. I just wanted you to see, the blue tears. So I'm going to end this one right here. Just want to keep this a little short. But yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much what it is. Just a lot of babbling, but I do appreciate them for keeping this pod going so I can take the content and be able to run it back. So look, I need you guys to check me out. Continue to follow me, tell some friends, pass this around. And let's talk a little bit later. While I bring up some more trending topics, things that are going on right now, like Matt Gaetz, also Bondi, who is going for Attorney General, and let's see where we land. All right, let's see how many other SA cases fall out the sky. All right, so as you know, it's a executive perspective, and I'm Barry Bondz. As you know, my motto: positive minds move forward. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.